This is Blue Dragon for the Xbox 360. The great hope for the Xbox 360 to crack the Japanese market, and fittingly a resolutely traditional role-playing epic created by the minds behind the original Final Fantasy series and the Dragon Quest series. All that's been done really to take the traditional Japanese role-playing game into the modern age is tart up the visuals. Literally everything else is as you would have found it 15 years ago. So turn-based combat, levelling up, stats management, inventory management. It's all about that. As three children discover that a sand shark that terrorises their local village is actually controlled by a much more sinister character. The Blue Dragon of the title is a creature that appears from behind one of the key characters every time you fight. And each character has their own mythic monster that fights in their place for most of the game. Unfortunately, that doesn't really bear any relation to the gameplay at all, because ultimately you always fight as the monster, and therefore the monster is rendered really meaningless. The combats are totally turn-based and classic, with very little innovation at all. The one key thing is you can use a circle when in real time to ensnare other monsters into the fray and even get them to fight each other, which is marginally useful, I guess, but really this is very, very bog standard traditional Japanese role-playing games that ignores an awful lot of the innovation that's been going on in, for instance, the Final Fantasy series in the last few years. So if you're a real retro lunatic, then you're going to love this, but for the rest of us it's 6 out of 10 solid but very, very old school.